Welcome to Canaveral National Seashore, where nature's beauty awaits at every turn. Join us on our journey through this natural paradise where sea meets the sky in a perfect harmony. Located just east of Titusville, Florida, you'll find the Canaveral National Seashore. As part of the National Park System, a fee is required to enter. Currently, it's $25 per car, or you can just use your National Park Pass. Vault toilets are provided, but nothing else, so make sure you bring plenty of water, food, and bug spray. Ensure that you have enough fuel to make it to the park and back to Titusville because it's a good little haul out there and back. From the sun-kissed shores to hidden coves, Canaveral National Seashore offers endless opportunities for exploration and adventure. Take a hike through the pristine coastal habitats, or simply relax and soak in the breathtaking views. Also, there's a little known secret clothing optional area, Lot 13. Dare if you will, but you may just see anything or anyone in that area. Keep your eyes peeled for the park's diverse wildlife while you're there. From the playful dolphins dancing in the waves to the majestic sea turtles making their way to the ocean. From restoring the dunes to monitoring nesting sites, every effort counts in safeguarding the delicate balance of life within the park. A little bit about the park. Canaveral National Seashore contains nearly 58,000 acres of barrier islands. Open Lagoon, coastal hammock, pine flatwoods, and offshore waters. Within 24 miles of the pristine beach is prime habitat for many threatened and endangered species, providing nesting beaches for several thousand protected marine turtles. Two-thirds of the park is in Mosquito Lagoon. The lagoon is designated an century national significance and an outstanding Florida water. It is one of the most diverse and productive sanctuaries in North America. The National Seashore also contains cultural resources that reflect human history in the Florida Peninsula from 2000 BC to early 20th century. A little bit about the dunes. Canaveral National Seashore protects 24 miles of undeveloped barrier beach and dune. This is the longest stretch of undeveloped dune along the east coast of Florida. At Canaveral, you can see just what the beach looked like when Spaniards first arrived in Florida almost 500 years ago. You can walk along some of the stretches of the beach and have a wilderness experience free from the intrusion of other people. The dune is the backbone of the barrier island. And the barrier islands are so named because they provide a barrier between the Atlantic Ocean and the mainland. At times, the potential fury of the ocean breaks loose, and the shoreline is lashed by northern storms of hurricanes. In the case of an average hurricane, a storm surge of 10 to 13 feet above normal tide can be forced ashore. Canaveral's 20-foot high dunes are a barrier, a dike that will prevent flooding of the inland areas. From the crest of the dune down to the beach, it's a zone of unique plants named sea oats. Sea oats, unlike any other dune plants, can better tolerate wind-driven salt spray and sand. In fact, the growth is this hardy grass is stimulated and is gradually buried by the sand. Wind-driven sand strikes the grass blades and drops. The sand generally accumulates, expanding the dune, as the sea oats are responsible for the piling up of the sand and the gradual growth of the dune. Crouching on the lee side of the dune are a variety of dune plants whose tolerance to salt spray is much less than the sea oats. The roots of these plants probe deep for fresh water that can accumulate in small amounts beneath the dune. These roots intertwine about the grains of the sand, bonding them together and stabilizing function of the roots. And accounts for the ability of the dune to withstand strong wind and waves. Without the shade of the fruits provided by the dune plants, wildlife would find the dunes and the beach environment intolerable places to live. The dune and its plants are home to the threatened eastern snake and gopher tortoise. Rodents and insects are abundant and attract predators such as snakes, spotted skunk, amarillo, and species of birds. Bobcats can also be found with their young in the dunes. Sea turtles, the loggerhead and green turtles are the most prevalent, while the leatherback is also found, but in much lower numbers. The turtles have been documented, though rarely, on Canaveral National Seashore beaches. Canaveral National Seashore has been recording sea turtle nesting on the park since 1985, and the sea turtles have observed nesting in the park from April through October. The nesting season for the leatherback is generally between April and June, the earliest and shortest nesting season. Loggerheads are primarily observed nesting in the park from May through August, while the greens are recorded slightly out later, from June to September. As in the past 3 years, green sea turtle nesting extended into October in 2013. The peak of the nesting season generally occurs between late June and early July, when over 100 nests can be deposited on the Canaveral National Seashore's beaches each night. A number of interesting trees and shrub species occur in the National Seashore, which can be easily learned by the amateur naturalist. These include species of the mangrove that grow along the edge of the Mosquito Lagoon, and the mangroves have specialized structure that enables them to endure the high salt concentration and low oxygen considerations. They actually would grow well in other environments, but are outcompeted with the plant species, so they must exist in the harsh environment of the lagoon's edge, where other species cannot survive. Mangroves provide valuable habitat for a myriad of animal life, including fish, birds, amphibians, reptiles, invertebrates, and mammals. The beaches provide nesting sites for storks, herons, and wading birds. And the leaves are important food source for many of the species of fish, shrimp, oysters, and other aquatic species. Mangrove roots stabilize their shoreline, reduce erosion, and improve water quality by slowing water currents. They also observe the impact of wind and waves, and the roots provide critical substrate for the oyster, barnacles, and many other species. Due to their ecological importance, they are also protected by Florida law. Are you ready to experience the magic of Canaveral National Seashore for yourself? Plan your visit today. Explore miles of pristine coastline. Enjoy a luxury of kayak paddle through the mangrove tunnels, or simply relax and unwind amidst the nature's tranquility. But there's something for everyone, you tell me. But the Canaveral National Seashore is a perfect destination for your next outdoor adventure. Thank you for joining us through this journey of the Canaveral National Seashore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button to support our channel. Stay tuned for future adventures. Until next time, happy exploring.